Does the audio sound weird now?
It does. And OBS is being a little weird too. I'm looking weird. I'm looking very weird. Do you see that?
Yes!
What's going on with me?
Something's weird.
Something's weird. I think we're being hacked. All right, hold on. Hold on. Are we being hacked? All right. How's OBS? Bad.
I can see the glitch on Discord.
Yeah. You can see so do you think it's Discord where the glitch is happening?
No, I think it's probably the camera because your OBS is not picking up Discord, right? It's picking up the camera.
Okay. All right. I think it's crapping out because I connected too many things to too few things. So
Yeah.
to reconnect Elgato up to here. Oh no, technical horrors. Okay. Hopefully this will work. All right. How are we looking now?
I still see some stuttering, I think.
You still see some stuttering? In
Am
OBS,
I
it looks
imagining
okay.
it? You look a lot better.
Oh,
Maybe
good.
I'm imagining it.
I've recovered. Okay. Yeah, no, sorry about that. How do we sound now? How's the game sound? Do you want to?
Yeah, let me.
All right, we got game. Looks fine. Thank you. Yeah, I did a stupid. I mean, it doesn't matter what I did, right? Tonight's Thingus is brought to you by Raspberry Pink Lemonade. Oh my god, Polar's gonna fucking kill me. That was terrible. Forget what I said. I don't drink this.
But you do.
Well, I mean, I do, but I don't get paid to do
No,
it.
I'm talking to the audience. But
Oh, yeah.
You do.
You do. Okay, so Joe and I were just talking about this. Apparently, we need to tell you guys to hit the bell because you're not hitting the bell, and we need you to hit the bell.
What? I didn't say that.
This is exactly word for word what you said moments ago. He said, we're in hell because no one's hitting the bell.
No, I said most people probably are getting notifications that we're streaming, right? They don't need to click that fucking bell icon and get notifications the second we're live.
You don't need, well, let us know how you find out about the show. I have no idea how it works personally. Rocky Jonzo thought we died in like a video game way. Like he thought we were gonna have like a dead icon over our names, over our faces. Yeah. Well, sorry, buddy. It's not your lucky day. I'll see you next time, Satan. Ah, what a refreshing beverage.
Yeah,
Holy.
and with only
There's no calories.
no calories.
Only none.
Only none.
Well, yeah, usually I do drink negative calorie drinks these days, like celery seltzer, right? That one actually makes you lose calories when you drink it. What other drinks? If you get shot a whole bunch and then you walk over to like a punch bowl full of water and you take a drink, and the water just comes out of 10 different holes all over your body. That's definitely a negative calorie drink. You know what I'm talking about. We had this all the time when we were kids. You're in a room and an outlaw takes out his gun and goes "Pow, pow, 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 pow." And you run away and like hide or you stand there, whatever. Whatever you do, you think he missed you and you're like, nah, you missed me. And then you walk over to the punch bowl and you ladle out a big scoop, drink it straight out of the ladle. And you're just drinking like that. And like through all of your holes, the beverage starts to squirt out of you. You never did this, it's great. Best drink, I mean like best drink if you're trying to lose weight. You gotta please the advertisers. Well, look, this isn't an advertisement. I'm not advertising this drink. For one thing, it's coming through backwards, so there's no way an idiot like me could be getting paid right now. Although, I don't know, I've heard some real idiots doing product placement on their shows, like podcasts, doing the worst reading of a product promo you've ever heard. And I don't think it's actually like conditional. I think they've already paid you, and you've already agreed to do it. They can't the rep's not gonna call you up later and be like, you promoted it badly. We won't pay you. Maybe they just don't pay you. Maybe these days, it's not like you work out like an actual personal contract with a company to do their advertising. You just sign up for a portal where you can become like a partner with that company, and then you stream the ad, and then the company doesn't even really check to see if you're doing it, but there is an AI running that makes sure that the logo actually appears, or that you actually say the brand name out loud in the audio. But you can fake it pretty easily, and you get paid 50 cents a year for doing that. That's the maximum you can get. Hi, Mutant Astronaut. How's your night going? I like that this is a deranged version of the what I expect to be the Star Tropics music.
Yeah.
This is the fucked up version.
The fucked up version.
It's a version that if you were trying to get a rise out of me, you'd play this on a keyboard or something.
And to let you know that you've died, I just start the music over again.
I really like Star Tropics, even though I've never personally gotten into playing this game. It's it's got a little Zelda feel, and a little boy adventure feel, not the boy adventure that Zelda has, because Link's not a normal boy. This guy, what's this kid's name? Star Tropics. He comes from the burbs, and he's just a normal kid, right? He's not Link.
Right, yeah, he's just some kid with a yo-yo, and it's your relative lives on this island or something.
Would we call this game boy-like?
No, I feel like A Boy and His Blob is a very different kind of game.
Different mechanics for sure.
Yeah.
But it does overlap where you play a boy from the suburbs.
Well, yeah, I suppose. There's Secret of Evermore, where you play as a boy and his dog, and it's not the same as A Boy and His Blob, but it's a little bit that time period, right? To have a game like that where you're just a human boy and your sidekick is a dog.
Yeah, it's very Spielberg, right? Spielberg for kids.
I guess so. They did kind of rip off the Indiana Jones logo and theme song in A Boy and His Blob.
Yeah, it appeals to our what Steven Spielberg has rightly detected is in all of us, which is a sad normal boy who misses his dad, or or misses his mom. I mean, what was that movie called? I've already forgotten. Meet the Freelands? What the fuck was the Friedlands? He made that movie last year, Meet the Fockers, about his life. It was just about his life. The Feldmans, the Fablemans, right? Fablemans.
Okay.
Yes, Joe Dante, absolutely, yes. This has more in common with Earthbound, which is also a boy game.
A boy game, okay.
Okay, so not boy-like, because that would suggest something about the mechanics. This is more a feeling that the game gives you, that games across genres are actually able to give you.
Yeah. Well, for added context, when I said the word boy-like, I was imagining like an alternate world where instead of everyone copying Zelda and Dark Souls, they copied a boy and his blob.
Yes, right. So like the alternate timeline, you know, there must have been some hinge point that just never took off, and in that moment, a boy and his blob
Damn it.
would have been the big game instead of what? Castlevania? In what year did A Boy and His Blob come out?
Oh, probably like 1987 or something.
Okay. Yeah. What game was big the same year? I need, all right, I can look things up on my phone. I don't know why
But this came out in 1990, so around the same time, but yeah, a couple years off.
Well, I would say this game did not take off. Like, right? Like this probably did okay. But like
Yeah.
Star Tropics is not like a legendary game.
I mean, no, definitely not in the Zelda kind of way. It's very similar. I suppose it was the same people who made Zelda. But yeah, there's no way it's as popular or well known. And it did get a sequel, but there was no Super Nintendo Star Tropics.
All right. Speaking of newer oh, it got a sequel on the NES, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just want to show you. I googled A Boy and His Blob, and look at the shit that showed up.
She shows me a picture of A Boy and His Blob for Wii.
Yeah, like made like 25 years later. Okay, 1989 was the original game. So, all right, 1989 NES games. Okay, Mother did come out that year, but in Japan, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Batman, Ninja Turtles, those are licensed games. I want the big video game hit of the year. Not DuckTales, also a licensed game. Yes. River City Ransom. I mean, that's a great game, but it's not trailblazing.
Damn it.
It's trailblazing within its own world, wouldn't you say?
River City Ransom?
Yeah. It's trailblazing because of very specific influences it had on people, but not because it had a massive impact on the culture. That's what
Yeah.
I'm looking for right now.
What, a game that did have a massive cultural impact?
Yes.
Okay, so, oh man, yeah, I don't know my dates that well, but we're talking about basically the year I was born.
Yeah. Okay. Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse came out that year. Is that a good one? Or?
I love that game, yeah.
Okay, that's considered one of the good ones. Yeah, but that's a sequel. You know what I want. I want something that made a splash.
That was invented in that year.
Exactly. Something that made a splash. Okay. Super Mario Brothers 2. So it was technically a sequel, but it was also a brand new game.
Kind of an original game, yeah.
Yeah, because it was just like, it was a translation of a Japanese game that was also like reskinned specifically to be an American game with Mario characters.
Yeah, and it was already kind of Mario-like.
Yeah, that changed the game. Like that game was very influential. So I think that's it, right? Because at that moment, it's possible that like the American audience might have said, I'm good, thank you, to Mario. If that game hadn't come out. Like, we don't know. Mario 3 didn't exist yet, or did it? When Mario 2 was made, when Mario 2 USA was made, did Mario 3 exist yet?
Well, Mario 3 didn't come out till like 1989, I think.
Okay. All right, and Mario 2 was 88.
Yeah, so they wanted, let me play something else.
So at that point, then there was no evidence that American audiences were going to love Mario forever. They made one Mario game that was a huge hit, and then they made a second Mario game that was too hard for American audiences, so they didn't even bother to bring it over.
Yeah.
So at that point, they were just riding on the success of Mario 1. They didn't know if Mario 2, the success of Mario long term was not a foregone conclusion. So Mario 2 is not only a very unique game, but it pretty much put Mario on the map and like then influenced Mario games. So say nobody gave a shit about that, or that they never made that game, right? Either one of those could have just completely changed that year. And then the next year, A Boy and His Blob comes out, and it's exactly what everyone was looking for. Exactly. Oh, yes! This is it! This is what I'm craving in my life. This game understands like no game has ever understood before. And, you know, then you and I would just be living in fucking Blobonia here. We would be going to the Blob store in Times Square. We would be going to Blob World at Universal Pictures. What's that park called? Hollywood Studio? Whatever the fuck. We would have a national obsession with the Blob. And we'd like the boy too. We didn't really get to learn a lot about the boy. Man, I hate these fucking mean-looking gremlins. I hate the whole concept. I hate that they start out so cute, but like, you know what's under, like look, that's what they look like under there. It's just fur. It's like a cat. You think a cat looks good under its fur? A cat looks horrible. I was reading Garfield to my son tonight before bed. And there's a strip where Garfield, like John's saying something about shedding season, and then lo and behold, Garfield sheds his entire coat in one panel. And he still had like puffy cheeks when he was bald. And I was like, dude, that cat would look horrible under there. Can you imagine what Garfield without fur? He doesn't look like the same but pink. He looks gaunt. And his flesh just looks bad. and his sleepy looking little fuzzy eyeballs are just like, you know when a robot gets all of its skin taken off and it's just like the Terminator? Like for some reason his eyelids would be transparent without fur. I want to live in the timeline where A Boy and His Blob is a video game version of Mac and Me, where you have to feed him Coke and McDonald's to get through the game. Yeah, no, you're right. Mac and Me is definitely in this genre too.
Yeah, how come McDonald's didn't see A Boy and His Blob and think,
As an
hey,
opportunity?
this is a way we could, you know, make a game where you feed something McDonald's.
McDonald's Toys 1988. Well, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. There should have been a version of A Boy and His Blob. If not A Boy and His Blob, then like an imitation of that game, right? If that game had taken off, that's exactly what McDonald's would have done. They would have made a video game where you feed a benevolent but powerful creature. Well, not benevolent. He's your pet. But he's very, very powerful and gentle to you, except when he accidentally kills you, which does happen. A Boy and His Grimace. That's good. Well, yeah. I don't know. What were the law? Like in 1988, there were like no laws about that shit, right? Like you could just make a video game about a toy. You could just make a TV show or a movie about a toy, right?
I guess.
I mean, they literally did that this year and everyone went to see it. Twice.
Yeah.
So I don't think I think the laws have actually swung back the other way. It's probably worse now than it ever has been.
Maybe. There are, yeah, entire movies that are just based off of a toy. I feel like even in the 80s, it was just like TV shows, not movies.
Yeah, because I feel like you can't just make a TV show about a product, right? Like, am I wrong? Are there any laws preventing a company from making a TV show about a product? There certainly must be, because we don't see that. Or do we?
Well, I don't know. They had plenty of product placement in shows for a long time. I felt like it was really annoying to have like in TV shows and movies, having like a Coke bottle like angled towards
Oh, you're right. There is product placement on TV all the time.
So it's like you can see the logo perfectly.
Yes.
And it's just like so fake looking because like that's not what it would look like.
Oh my God. They do that shit on reality TV all the time.
Yeah, it's really stupid looking.
You're right. You just watch ads in the show. There's no laws. There's nothing protecting us. Well, no, I just thought that for some reason I was under the impression that you're not allowed to make TV shows about a product that is also like advertised on TV.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe because like maybe instead of making a whole show about a product, they just like made lots of commercials, like with animated commercials with like Toucan Sam or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was like a whole series. That was like an expensive animated series.
Wait,
Toucan Sam
there was a
commercials.
Toucan Sam show?
No, I just mean the commercials were like really like
it's true.
a real production.
Although, okay, how many of those do you think actually had good animation, and how many do we remember having good animation?
I don't know. I just remember the like Trix Rabbit and Toucan Sam always having like a lot of high budget looking animation. Like,
Well, yeah. No. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I also I tend to remember that any shit that looked even like slightly better than shitty, that like looked, it looked still about 60% worse than Disney, right? Would you say?
I guess so. I mean, I do think that cereal mascot designs are atrocious, and no matter how expensive the animation looks, it's gonna look bad because the character is so unappealing. Like you've seen what Fred and Barney look like in those commercials versus how they look in the Flintstones.
Right.
And it's like higher budget, but like terrible.
But bad, yeah, I know. And the way they talk is so weird, where like the dubbing of the voices seems all wrong.
Yeah.
Like they had to chop up the animation. Because first it said like Pebbles sucks, and they had to change everything.
They had to change it to Pebbles rocks.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. That was like an issue of national diplomacy when that shit happened. I'm glad it's over, thankfully, and everyone's okay. Okay, so before I lose this thought, okay. So, all right, here's an example of something that you and I loved because it was as 60% as good looking as Disney.
Okay.
The Swan Princess.
You'd give that 60?
I watched it a couple of years ago after not watching it for a very long time. And sometimes it looks pretty bad. And sometimes it looks way too much like they're showing off. And unfortunately, there's just not enough in between. Like, it's not just that Disney's animation is expensive. They weren't showboating like that.
Yeah.
And with movies like this, I'm gonna guess that also the studio had to like maybe stitch together a couple of different studios working at once. So there's not like a consistency in style between them. There's some things, and sometimes it's just like they hire someone to do the supporting cast who's like really trying too hard to be seen, like an extra who looks at the camera. Like, dude, you're animating Brimsley, the castle guard. Like, why are you making his hair move like the fucking ocean? I remember a lot of business like that from the last time I watched it. But the animation is good enough that they, for the most part, make the princess seem graceful. They make the adventures, the action scenes pretty exciting. They use a lot of tricks that you might see in like a good-looking episode of Tiny Toons. That like they take them a long way,
Yeah.
They they get John Cleese to do a voice. That's like, all right, that's somebody,
Yeah.
And the songs are not unbearably bad. They're not. They're all right. In fact, there's a really good one. How long am I going to talk about the fucking Swan Princess
I
tonight?
just contest 60. Like, I'd give it at least an 80, right?
80. Okay.
Because
All
60
right.
isn't. That's failing, isn't it?
Look, the Queen looks good, but the Queen is also over animated compared to the rest of the movie.
Yeah. What else hits that mark? Like, just like almost as good as Disney. Like,
Okay. Almost as good as Disney, enough that we watched it and we were like, this is cool.
Yeah.
All right, let me think. We have to think of a word for this. Like a word that means Disney and like nice try.
well, it's like would fit in a Disney collection, and people would live their entire lives thinking it was a Disney movie.
Yeah. Okay, Mutant Astronaut said Don Bluth movies, and I disagree.
Those are lower than 80, you'd say.
No. Don Bluth's best movies are Disney quality.
Yeah. No, they're sometimes better.
Yeah, because he takes chances that they would never take. He is a legit animator.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one who, it only needs to look 60% as good because to be awesome is, Ralph Bakshi.
Yes, that is a high 60.
Right? Because some of that animation, who gives a fuck? But like some of it where it really counts looks great, like top notch. So
Yeah.
and he doesn't give a fuck about the difference. He's gonna get the film made, and he made so many movies that were subversive and interesting and strange and adventurous, and like, you know, how many people can you fucking say that about that finish their movies?
Yeah. He definitely had to cut corners. It happens. He
Yeah.
didn't have the budgets that, Disney would have.
No.
He did stuff with like a movie camera. Like, he would just like go on the street and make backgrounds that way, just like filming the street.
Yeah. And he'd work it in, and look, the Lord of the Rings is a little disappointing. Like I would have liked to see a little bit more there. He clearly was way out of his depth with that, and like,
Oh yeah, it's basically unfinished.
yeah. But what he did make looked cool. But that's like the only movie that I would say looks unfinished. Most of it, it has like an artsy feel to it. Like it's a little stitched together. And
Yeah.
and that's okay because he's actually like a tremendous storyteller and tremendous like character animator, and he coaxes great vocal performances out of his actors, and it's very conversational. It's very naturalistic the way the characters talk to each other,
Yeah.
which is also something that Don Bluth was very good at. Nobody. All right, so the closest I've seen to it, oh my god, the closest I've seen to this shit recently of somebody who's alive is that Star Fox guy.
Oh my god, I love that cartoon series so much.
Right? He means it.
Yeah.
Nobody means it.
This is like a person who seriously dedicated themselves to it.
Yeah. And he's not as good at an animator or a draftsman than Bakshi, but he's serious in the same way.
Yeah.
And that's what you need.
Oh my god, yeah. Like, I mean, have you ever seen a video game parody that was anything like that?
No, because it rises above that. It rises
Yeah.
above video game parody. It's completely his own creation.
Yeah.
He built his entire world around what happened to be a video game, an existing video game story.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so Mutant Astronaut is like really surprised to hear that we're talking about Frederick Fox right now. And
Yeah.
he says this dude's been on the internet since E-Bombs World. So I had never heard of this guy until like maybe 2 months ago. You showed me that video, and now I think he's one of the only serious animators alive.
Yeah, I also hold Fred in high regard. I spend a lot of time thinking about his cartoon and like how did he pull it off? Like it was a serious, long, multi-year effort, multi-decade really, because he's been working on it since like 2010 or something like that. But like he's been conceptualizing it since even before that. and like you just watch it like in disbelief that it's not actually from the past, right? Like, doesn't it feel like he took it out of the past?
Yeah.
Like this is really from like 1990.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely trying to make it look and sound that way on purpose, but I think it's out of an appreciation for what he saw as like that naturalistic style. That style where you really capture what people really are like, in a way that is much easier to do with live action and possible to do with animation, but it doesn't tend to be the way that people speak through it right now. Like everything feels, very animation school. It's all over the top the way you were taught to do it, and nobody is animating their own breath. You know, they're not doing what really needs to be done to harness the power of animation.
Yeah. No, totally. Yeah, like the world that he comes from is like, it's a little bit more like the world we come from because he's like closer to our age.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, yeah, like even he's closer to your age. Like even me, like I'm a bit younger than him, and some of the people who are a bit younger have like a totally different style to their like internet videos, video game related things. This is just like something that's been held on to for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like I remember a friend telling me about it when it was called Star Fox the Animated Series, and he changed it to a Fox in Space for copyright.
Right.
And like I like had forgotten about it, and then it's like it's out, episode 1 is out, and it was just like, this is incredible. Like I watched it, it's pretty long, it's like 13 minutes long, the first one, but I watched it a few times and I was just like, yeah, this reminds me of like what Ralph Bakshi used to do. It's like, it's cool to see that's alive.
Yeah, it's alive. That people are still doing that, you know? Yeah, I mean, it's just the only way to do what he's doing is, first of all, to be as serious as he is, which is almost nobody. And then second, to have the ability to work on it for as long as you do. Like,
yeah,
to be able to dedicate that kind of time to it for the amount of time that it apparently needs. Like, this is what it needs because this is how long it's taking.
Yeah.
And he's still dedicated to it because he's speaking through it. He already knows how to speak this way. And I definitely get that. Like, when I drew Octopus Pie for 10 years and then I was like, I really need to do other things with my life. I can't just speak through these characters forever. And
yeah.
I still feel like I want to all the time.
Yeah.
I get that he's holding on to it because it does seem very stubborn, to just do this with your life, it's all he wants. It's all he wants to do. And I get that. Like, you get to a certain point and you're like, this is what I'm good at. This is the thing I do in the world that people really do like. I don't know what else I do that people have any fondness for at all. But I know that this one, is doing more good than bad by being out there in the world.
Yeah.
And just being like, well, what am I trying to do something else for? What am I trying to diversify for?
Well, that's good that you diversified, I think.
Yeah. It is. It is. There is just like, I understand the desire to just do that. And I think I can see a version of myself that just did that. Just did my one thing for good.
Damn it. Yeah.
But it's good. It's good to do other things. It really is. If only to be able to come back to the thing that you once did and find you have something fresh to say with it. Like when you took 8 years to make Dog of Wisdom.
You didn't work on it for that long.
No, you just when you got an idea, you made a new one, and it took that long.
Yes, it took a lot of different things happening and changing. It couldn't just happen. You know, when people ask for it.
No.
Which is 8 years ago, but like, you know, it did happen because I became wisdomed.
Yeah, you had good wisdom. And it takes a long time to have good wisdom.
Yeah, it took a long time and a lot of suffering and a lot of understanding the meaning of suffering and going from there.
It has to. And your philosophy just happened to sound like the dog.
Yes.
Like the few words that dog could actually say, because they all have to start with a ha.
Happy happens.
It has to. Okay.
Right, let's
I'm gonna read the chat for a minute if you're
Okay.
if you want to change the game. Yeah, let's get the Festus. Let's get this Questus on the Festus.
Not like those quest likes, those fest likes. Oh, I didn't even check to make sure it was working, and it is working.
Yes, absolutely. Fred is making his magnum opus on his own. Fester's just having a great night out. What a wacky guy. He's wearing a dunce cap and a pair of sunglasses in the dark. This guy ain't quite right. All right, should I play this game a little bit? I'll probably be scared.
Well, I don't think this is gonna reach unless there's an extender.
Oh, it's okay. You play.
Okay.
I'll watch you play.
So Fred has said that he plans to end Fox in Space in 4 years when he finishes the 3rd episode.
Okay.
And what he's planning for after that also looks really interesting to me.
Uh-huh.
It's like he's only teased it a little bit. He's you know, not willing to show too much yet, but it's like these hyenas who live in this like depressing Kafka-esque like situation. He says it's like similar to The Wire. I mean, it looks really cool. It's just like these Russian hyenas. It's like what he does kind of reminds me of Mouse a little, because like
He's speaking through these characters.
yeah.
He's speaking through his animal mascots.
Doesn't it feel like anytime there's like anthro characters, it's like it's really like more interesting. Like you feel there's like something about that makes them more human or something.
Yeah, the cute faces are easier to parse. They're just like you feel enamored by them.
Yeah.
The mice are innocent. They don't have any mouths. You know,
Yeah.
they're so quiet looking and clever looking.
Yeah.
No, it's incredible. It's incredible when somebody who's good at doing that, good at anthropomorphizing people. Although, I mean, Fox in Space is more like kind of like it's like a furry cartoon, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty distinct from the expression you get from Mouse.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe this shit's all the same.
Well, I just was reminded a little of it because like the stories are a little sad in A Fox in Space. Fox loses.
Uh-huh.
It's terrible. I mean, it ends on a cliffhanger.
Oh man. Okay, I don't know that I really followed the story. My eyes are just popping out of my head watching it. You know?
Well, what happens was Wolf tricks Fox while he's like at a memorial like paying respects, and he doesn't expect him to be there. And Wolf captures him and gives him over to Andros.
Okay.
And it just ends with you not knowing what happens to him. I just like that he'll go for that, like, our hero is actually humiliated the entire time. Like, he's very heroic though. he's not cool in space. He's very vulnerable in space.
Yeah, he's a fox. He's a fox. He's predator and prey.
Oh, I suppose, yeah.
But foxes are not apex predators.
I mean, compared to a wolf is gigantic, right?
Well, compared to a man, which is what Andros is, right?
He's an ape.
Yeah, but that's the man.
Right.
Right? So that's Fox's relationship to man is like through Fox and Andros.
Maybe.
It is a furry world that is actually reflective of how different animals live in our world.
Yeah, there's this sense that the animal species are separated by what planets they're on. Like, it feels like, this I never knew this, but like there's a reason why there's like dogs and monkeys in Star Fox.
Okay.
It's based on like an expression that they have in Japanese, fighting like dogs and monkeys. So they had dogs be in charge of Cordelia, and Venom is the monkeys.
Do monkeys and dogs fight a lot?
I guess.
Right.
That's an expression.
Maybe if you lived in a place where monkeys live outside, you would see them fight with dogs more often.
Maybe, yeah. If you lived in a place where monkeys were just everywhere, they would probably bark at them like they bark at squirrels. That'd be really funny, wouldn't it? Like a dog Heidi just barking at a monkey.
Oh my god. Can you imagine living somewhere where monkeys are annoying?
Oh my god, yeah, that'd be really weird. But I guess there's places in this world where that's an expression, fighting like dogs and monkeys.
You're just like batting them away with your newspaper like that pigeon in Home Alone 2. Get out of here, get on! I love that scene. That sequence makes me laugh so much. Like, the rest of that movie has not aged well. But Joe Pesci hitting this trained pigeon with a newspaper. Come on! I can't do a Joe Pesci voice, but you understand the rage with which he would hit that little pigeon with a fake hit that little pigeon.
I thought that sounded like him. That he's got a pretty high voice, right?
Yeah, he's got an attitude. Daniel Stern getting electrocuted. No, all the violence in that movie was not funny. I'm sorry, it's not. It's too sadistic. Like there was a line in the first Home Alone movie and they crossed it. I'm sorry. But man, that pigeon thing was so funny. What a great shot. I bet they didn't even count on that. I bet they thought the pigeon would like fly away after he did that. Just another incredible like live shot Joe Pesci did in that movie. Well, no. In the first movie, he got his fucking head burned. He's like standing there screaming while a flamethrower hits his head. Am I wrong about this? Please tell me I'm correct about this. There is a scene in the first Home Alone movie where Joe Pesci gets a flamethrower on his head, and they captured that shit on film. Joe Pesci is screaming and blinking his eyes while flames hit the back of his head. That was real. A flamethrower. Yeah, there's a blowtorch scene.
That was real?
That was real.
Damn it.
I might be so wrong.
It was so bad. Or I'm so bad at it.
I might be so wrong.
Well, the important thing is that you said it with confidence.
I love Bonnethead Jill says that there's a blowtorch scene and then clarifies that it's wired to a doorknob in case that information was important for knowing whether the flamethrower was real or not. Look, I'm not trying to like I'm not trying to say that it like the blowtorch was actually wired to that doorknob. That was not a practical effect. That was just a lie. Like they showed one shot and then they showed another shot where the blowtorch was on. It wasn't wired to a doorknob in real life. We're talking about what happened in real life right now. Not in the script.
Yeah, you're claiming that he was really getting his head burned.
Yeah. Yeah. And also Daniel Stern did step on like a 3-inch high nail with his bare foot.
Ow.
No, he didn't do that. There would be no reason for him to really do that trick. Like he's like talking to the director. He's like, look, I know Joe did that stunt with the blowtorch. What about in this scene where I'm stepping on this nail? Instead of like cutting away before you show the rubber foot go down on the nail, how about I just try to run through it one time? What do you think? Daniel, no, we're not going to do that, Daniel. We won't even be able to get under there, Daniel. But like later on he tries to ad-lib the shot and he steps over it, but it just falls over. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing, Daniel? He's like, well, I thought I'd just give it a try.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, no, I can entertain these people for a while with a blue screen. Have I ever seen Baby's Day Out? How many practical effects can Baby's Day Out boast? Because I will watch a movie if I know that something's real. Like in a movie with a baby, how many scenes do we actually see a baby like out? Not close up, because like, you know, you can shoot a close up baby completely separate from the entire set. What I want to know is how many times in that movie do we get like a massive set full of people, like multiple characters, like perhaps like moving set pieces, and you know, a really sophisticated camera path, and there's a baby in the shot. Because if you show me one of those, I'll watch the movie. Like if that shot is 30 seconds long, I'll watch the movie. Because that's just like, wow, you guys did it. At bare minimum that, and like, oh my God, this scene is a miracle. How did they do this? Like either way, I'm gonna have a great time watching that scene and knowing it's real. Please tell me there's at least one. Okay. Okay, and you already answered me even though I'm like rambling on about it. Okay, so the film came under fire for a shot of the baby falling out of a bag and hitting its head. The baby wasn't real, it was a dummy, but people were upset by that. Oh man, that's so funny. Oh man, that's so funny. Like it looked too real. It looked too real that people were upset by it. Like they know it's not real. They know that nobody like killed a baby to make the movie, but like it's so real that it makes them wonder if it's real. I would definitely watch for that because I'm a real sucker for like a good impact. Oh, it was cut short in the final print, but the scene still exists somewhere. Okay. Oh, it exists in the trailer. That's so funny. So like that could be like a Mandela effect people have where they like remember like this really violent scene from like the trailer of Baby's Day Out. This might just be a thing and I'm pretending I made it up, but like it's totally a thing. Or we could be the only people who've ever talked about this before. I need to watch that show Old Enough. I know that that's kind of what I'm looking for. It's like baby snuff film, but like I know everything's okay. I know nothing's gonna go wrong. I never want to find out that they stopped making that show for like a really bad reason. Please tell me that that show has gone like for many, many seasons unbroken without a single one of those babies getting harmed. I hope I would have heard if that wasn't the case, right? If like they'd lost a couple of babies on this show, it probably would have gotten around to me, I feel like. Seems like such a fun show with the safe knowledge that the baby will be okay and that they've always been okay. I just love anything it's really interesting that that was caught on film, you know? So like I'm willing to watch something that is otherwise not very good if such a thing is offered to me. I don't know when you left and what I was talking about when you left, but I mean, I imagine you've heard it all.
I heard some of it, yeah.
Oh, you didn't listen to me?
No, I mean, I didn't hear, like, the first bit or the last bit because I needed to wash my hands and, you know, there was an ad at the beginning.
Wait, we have ads?
Yeah.
We do?
Is that a good thing?
No, I just didn't know we were running ads. I had no idea.
I don't know if we could...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we could get rid of them, or did you want to get rid of ads?
Well, I didn't authorize them. I wanted to talk to you about it first. But I guess if you want to be like an affiliate or whatever the fuck.
You could probably just disable them, can't you?
I thought so. All right, well, we're going to try and turn those off, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to serve you ads.
Yeah.
We're not trying to make 50 cents a year out of this show.
No.
Not going to sell out all these nice people in here to talk to us for a couple of cents.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of money do you really make on Twitch?
I mean, I can't imagine anybody makes any money on this platform. Okay, okay, so, all right. Yes, we are talking about old enough. Oh, fuck. Cursed DuckTales. I think you'll have to try this one. Oh, he's blinking. He's winking, and you see his eye wink. Check this shit out. Oh, there it is.
So I want to play it as is.
Give it a shot. Okay, so yeah, we are talking about old enough, and apparently old enough has been going on consistently since 1991. Okay, so a child has never gotten hurt, right?
Oh yeah, I heard you were talking about like Baby's Day Out and saying like parents complained because there's a very realistic baby getting killed in Baby's Day Out.
In the trailer
In
for
the trailer.
Baby's Day Out. Why the fuck was there a clip of the baby like fake dying in the trailer? Is that what you were trying to sell people on with this movie?
I don't know if I've seen this movie. Is it like that?
I might have watched this movie like 30 years ago, and I don't remember anything about it. But what I think I remember about it is that the baby doesn't talk like in Look Who's Talking or Problem Child. He just laughs at the adults who are like coming after him. The only people who talk in the movie are adults.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
So the baby, I guess, is not, it's not from his point of view really, because he doesn't talk at all. It's the adults who are like looking for him, I think. I could be totally wrong. It could be one of those beautiful wordless movies. There's a child on the show became a parent years later and decided to send their child on their first errand. Yeah, they're an alumni. That makes sense. They don't let you turn off the ads. Oh, that sucks.
Lame.
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
That sucks. Man, maybe is it too late to get off Twitch?
No.
Everyone does this, right?
We can stream anywhere.
I'm not, yeah, I don't know. It's probably convenient for you guys if we're on here. But I don't like having to serve you ads. That sucks.
Yeah,
We can go back to just being free users, because I only got affiliate because I wanted to get like the Discord emojis, but like we haven't even used that yet.
really? So wait, you're saying that you can turn the ads off if you get rid of the emoji?
If I get rid of the affiliate thing and I just go back to like a regular Twitch,
And nobody
user.
saw ads back then?
Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe
yeah,
they did.
I don't know if I saw ads last time because Well, yeah, I don't remember missing any of the stream when I tuned in when I was on the toilet.
Mm-hmm. Are you still playing the fucked up version of this game?
Did it unfuck itself?
Well, is that meant to be like that?
No, it's fucked up. But that spider looked like a lot more fucked up before.
It's so cool that you can just play a slightly shittier looking version of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted it to be even more shittier, though.
Okay, Baby's Day Out is just Home Alone 2 with a baby. It's basically a Looney Tunes movie.
Is it a ripoff? Like, was it like capitalizing on the success of Home Alone?
I guess so. Right. Like, movies about kids who prank adults were really popular for a couple of years. Remember Blank Check?
Yeah.
Like looking down, like the sunglasses were like and a backwards cap, and that was like the cover. I wish I had a backwards cap so I could just do it, but he'd just be like with like his backpack on. He'd be like, just like such a fucking attitude. And you know how much money that kid got? $1 million. He spent it all immediately, like because he bought a house. That's already almost all of it. What do you think he was gonna do with it? Did the kid die?
What, in the movie?
No, I think he might have died in real life.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not laughing at that. The adult, oh, okay. There's something very tragic about somebody who was a child actor in my lifetime dying. Right? Like, shouldn't be dead yet.
Who died?
Nobody.
Someone must have died.
Nobody.
Though,
it was an adult actor in the movie. It was not the kid.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, there must be a child actor in your life who has died.
Oh yeah, there have been, absolutely. River Phoenix, right? That was a particularly sad one. Where are we going down this path for? What are we just
don't have to talk about this.
Yeah, let's not talk about it. What a sad thing to talk about. That guy from Together, that was really sad.
Yeah. Stop thinking of them. I'm looking up our topics.
Oh, I've got one.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is breaking news too. So, all right. Okay. Have you read the news in the newspaper of the internet about Unity changing their policy towards game devs?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Okay. So you know like kind of what it entails?
No, I just heard they're adding fees. Is that the thing?
Yeah, so it all seems very fuzzy right now. Like perhaps they don't actually have a way to enforce the thing that they're saying they're going to do.
Uh-huh.
But they're looking to charge a fee whenever there's an install of your game.
Okay.
Like you, the dev, have to pay.
Every time someone installs your game?
Someone installs your game. And that includes installing it on multiple computers. And it may or may not include demos. People couldn't quite figure that one out today.
Okay.
There were all kinds of very, very fuzzy details, but all of them were like incredibly hostile to game developers.
Uh-huh.
And really like we don't give a shit about you kind of hostility in their new policies.
Yeah.
So anyway, you know, whatever this means, even if they don't actually do any of this shit, a lot of game devs who are like, you know, 2 or 3 years into a project are feeling really, really unhappy right now.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking, like, I was trying to think of a silver lining to this. You know, what kind of good can be found in a story, you know, yet another story about the game industry really being very bad to the people who create the games, while games have never been performing better. The industry and the way it treats its employees has never been worse. Or at least, we're seeing a low, right? But I thought of a silver lining, which is that this is actually pretty good for the people who pretend to make a video game for a living. Because if they want, now they can put out a statement that they're no longer working on the game in Unity, and that this will either delay or completely cancel the project. But that they need to do this out of solidarity with the game developers that are being mistreated by Unity, and in resistance to the trajectory the company is taking. They're going to delay their game by another 10 plus years or whatever the hell. They won't stop talking about it, but they're definitely going to shutter production on whatever they pretend to have already made about their game, and they've got a way out if they want it. They can just be like, yeah, the game's canceled. Fuck Unity. And that's probably very freeing for some of them to walk away.
Now they don't have to make it.
Remember during COVID, all those shitty restaurants closed, where the owners obviously hated owning a restaurant, and that was the main reason that they were like, oh fuck, I can pack it up now. I can get out of here. Oh, thank God, I don't have to run a restaurant anymore. I hate this. I mean, same thing in the pretending to make a video game world. Profession. Some days you wake up and you're like, what am I gonna tell people? Look, it'll happen when it happens. I mean, they're not asking. None of them are asking when it's gonna come out is the thing. I just show them pictures and they're like, holy shit, this looks amazing. Maybe they're fine if I just keep posting pictures of it for the rest of my life. Well, man, that's quite a commitment too. Are they never going to forget about the game? They're really excited about it. Are they ever going to forget about the game if I just walk away forever? If I just disappear? Are they not going to talk to me about this for the rest of my life? I gotta end this somehow. Oh, Unity's doing something bad? Well, fuck them. Oh man, you know what? I don't even want to do this anymore. Look, it's my life stream to make this game, to make, what do we call this game?
Polar.
What is it? Polar? Oh yeah, my game.
Sparkling Polar.
Right, my indie game Polar that I've been working on. Sparkling Polar, which I've been working on since 2016, and right, my the Polar Sparkling Water, the video game. It's delicious, the video game. Look, this is a dream that I've had since I was a child. And then 20 years after I stopped being a child, I finally started making this game 6 years ago. And in that time, I've kind of learned so much about games that a lot of the time I felt like I was just redoing my whole approach. Sometimes I felt like I was just deleting all of the files of my old approach and throwing the computer of my old approach out the window, and then moving out of my approach and leaving a bunch of shit there, so losing my security deposit, and just moving to a whole new approach and never talking to anyone from my old approach ever again. That probably, that happened 3 times. I've just moved through life, leaving people completely underwhelmed with me. My entire life. And, what I like best is to tell them But I'm really working on something right now. I like to tell them about it a lot. A lot. More than I like to make video games. Look, I don't want to dwell on this person so much. I'm just so happy for them, is what I'm saying. Because
that there's finally, a new excuse came out to never finish this.
yeah, and that they can move on. They can move on to the next world that they're going to leave a desert. Sucked of all its blood. I forgot about this stage.
Yeah, I'm a little bit lost. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go.
Ah, you're just like, I'm gonna take that one. Am I gonna go back?
No.
Uh-oh. All right, so I heard the heads of Unity selling stock before they broke the news thing, and I don't think that's actually legit. Like, I think, look, I mean, these guys do belong in jail, but not for that. There is some reason why they sold their stocks that has nothing to do with like insider trading. I think. I don't know that one's true.
No!
But, oh,
Fuck you! I didn't want to be here. Sorry.
no, it's okay. I got startled when you did. We got startled at the same time. All right. You played a very buggy version of Zelda there. What is that game called? What is it? Castlevania? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Oh, Magica Von Drake, right? Is that her name? No, Magica Dispel. Ludwig Von Drake is a different character completely. Yeah, I don't think he's even in DuckTales. Ludwig Von Drake is like, he's the guy who would narrate the documentaries, the Disney, like, you know. Dun, 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 dun. No. Yeah, it needs the works. I'm gonna play NES exclusively tonight, or you could, and the Super Nintendo.
We could play some Mystic Quest.
Yeah, sure, that's fun. Should I play that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that little like every battle, I can hear it in my head already. Every battle starts with like a shred from the guitar. So Final Fantasy Mystic Quest was a game released, I don't know if it was made for this, but it was released to kind of tempt American audiences with RPGs, to like teach them how RPGs were played. It's like a tutorial. Did you set it to the Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
Boy, I should have set my camera lower tonight. I'm getting a lot of ceiling.
It is very rearranged, right? It's on the Super Nintendo. It doesn't do anything. This one.
Oh, this one has a bit of a pause at the beginning.
Oh.
So sometimes you can miss it, and it's like an awesome looking little intro too.
Yeah.
So when you get it, you're like, hooray! And then you accidentally shut it off because it comes late. It's not that late. Ads for Mystic Quest and comic books. It was they marketed it heavily. I don't remember. I bought it at a discount much later. No shit.
Moving on.
Oh man, I really wanted to play that one.
Yeah.
What, we could do it on the multi-cart.
Oh, sure.
We have a backup. Some of these shitty old cartridges are from when we were kids, so. All right, come on, please have it.
I'm sure it's there. Well, actually, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. What do they think is an important video game?
Yeah, which games are we taking when humanity has to leave Earth and some things will have to be left behind?
Well, look, it's not fucking here. Unless there's a separate section. Oh,
What?
wait.
Yeah, almost.
No, it's not here.
Wow.
It's not
Left
fucking-
behind.
Left
Left on the Earth to burn and be forgotten.
I won't forget.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody knows about this game, do they?
I think they do. I think if you're a Final Fantasy fan, you played this game.
I suppose, but like you were saying, it's really just like to get beginners into it. So I feel like it's not for everybody. If you played any other Final Fantasy games before, maybe you wouldn't like it.
They should make more games like this. There should be like a Final Fantasy Mystic Quest for the Souls games. Right? Because like I'm never gonna be good at those games. And if I just had a game that was like a baby version of it just for me, I'd be like, yeah, I did it, and then I'd play the real ones. I never get to feel that like that. Yeah, I did it with games like that. It's too hard. I watched Elden Ring the other night on like a Let's Play, and it was like the most beautiful, graceful thing I'd ever seen. Like just watching someone play one of those games well. It was so lovely to watch. But I do not aspire even one tiny little bit to be that good. And as such, I just won't play those games.
Yeah, I have Dark Souls 1, and like I'm not even thinking about playing Elden Ring because like I can't even get to it. Like those fans of those games have played the shit out of all those games. Even Dark Souls 2, which is notoriously hard and bad.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, they just love that experience of like playing games like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Elden Ring looks awesome. I don't know what the earlier games look like, but this one looks really good.
That's true. It does look a lot cooler than the first Dark Souls game, which is pretty old now.
Yeah. The animation was really, really impressive. Like you start playing and right away you start battling a very interesting looking creature. And the movements are so cool, and like your attacks that you learn. Well, I don't know how many you learn in that moment. The person who was playing was very good at this game, but they like had a whole strategy like right away, like the first battle. You don't even fight like a rabbit in the forest. You just like instantly fight a boss.
Yeah.
And it looks really hard, and it takes a long time. Like you have to be like slow and methodical about it.
Yeah, the first Dark Souls game was like that too. The first encounter is just like a gigantic monster with a huge weapon.
Like they don't keep you waiting for it. You're either in or you're out. So that's why I'm saying, give me baby souls so that I can play the little cute version of all this, and it can just be a little hard for me. I guess what is that? What is that, like Pikmin or something?
Well, I don't know. Man, I wish we had this game in front of us so
I know.
we could explain
Shit.
it.
All right, I'm gonna try and blow on it a little more.
Yeah, fine.
All right, I'm gonna try again.
Okay. So we're going to try blowing on it again. Because it's important to have this game in front of us when we're talking about it. Well, you know, I was just thinking that like this game just like simplifies a lot of the Final Fantasy elements. Like for instance, there's no magic power. It's just like you get like a certain amount of uses for a magic spell, and every magic spell has different uses. And to like refill the magic, you eat a seed, and it's like very simplified compared to like the other Final Fantasies. Your party is only 2 members.
Yeah, always 2 members. So like somebody leaves and somebody else joins you.
The story is basic enough. They don't really tell you like who the bad guy is until the end of the game.
I want this to work so much.
Well, you could maybe get some cotton swabs to clean it.
Oh man. Well, I'm still trying to blow on it. If
Sometimes blowing is all it takes, right?
sometimes blowing is all it takes. It seems that we are not so lucky this time.
Blow harder.
Okay, I'll blow as hard as I can. Oh my god, I'm gonna faint. Please. I beg of you.
Yeah, this game also like has like a few seconds of black screen before the logo
Yeah,
appears.
And it's amazing when you finally get it. It's such a rush.
Yeah, like now it's not working because you blew too much spit into it. And now you have to blow it again to dry the spit.
Holy shit, man. Oh my god. I don't think I have it in me to go down there and swab this thing.
Yeah, I think we might have to just prepare for next time. I feel like we've done this before with this game and it didn't work last time.
Yeah, I think we've had a problem with this game in the past. This was my last try.
Well, there's plenty of other Super Nintendo games to play, right?
I guess. I guess. Oh man. Oh,
Yeah,
man, I
what
wish
a
I could
disappointment.
Just want to play Mario Paint.
Sure.
All right. Paint it, paint, paint it. All right. I can't believe I couldn't get Mystic Quest to play.
Why do you think that is? Do you think that all cartridges are not made from equal good parts or something?
I think we bought the game used. I think it was already kind of abused by the time we got it.
Maybe, yeah.
I feel like sometimes a used game performed worse than a game we bought new.
Uh-huh.
I know you're gonna work, motherfucker. What the fuck? Oh, this is just bad Nintendo. Come on. Just work. Just work.
Oh man, this too.
This sucks. 2 in a row. Wait, 3 in a row? I don't know. How many games have we failed on tonight? It feels like I got off camera so long ago. Okay. Sorry, everyone. I gotta get settled back in here. How's the video doing? I haven't been producing the show for a few minutes. How are we sounding? It's sounding a little choppy to me.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, a little bit. Why do you think that's happening?
I wonder if our capture card's not getting enough power. Maybe I'll turn it off just for a second. Give it a little reset. I'm just gonna turn it off for a second. Is that better?
Yeah, but it sounds really loud now.
All right, I'll adjust. One moment, please. I don't love doing mixing on the go, but all right, here we go.
Yeah, that's quieter.
Okay. All right, we're coming through okay now? Oh, right. No one's playing. I'm supposed to be playing. Time to enjoy Mario Paint. All right. So we played Mario Paint, but we didn't, I feel like we didn't really get into it. It feels like there's more.
Yeah.
First of all, we did this shit half the time.
Yeah, there's a lot of Viv gives.
There's just like little details.
Yeah.
And there's not a single detail I don't like. Credits, very nice.
Hey, what was the name of that other game? Did you say there's like the same director as this game? The canceled one?
No, it wasn't the same director. It was like a different team. But he was trying to do something that was sort of spiritually a successor to this.
Okay.
All right, we're very proud of you guys. You did an amazing job with this game. He'll turn any part of the song into Yoshi music. Because you could just sit there and do that all day if you want. All right, Mario, let's do it. Oh, I didn't get the talking one. Pretty good, though.
Yeah, wasn't it always like a shock every time there was like voices in a game?
Yes, always. Always.
Because like they can only fit so many voice clips.
What should I draw?
I don't know.
What do you guys think? I will probably say no, but let's think of something. I have to draw with purpose. I can't just draw aimlessly. I'm not good at it anymore. That skill disappeared for me.
Draw Heidi.
All right, I'm gonna draw Heidi, my lovely lady. She did not come up to hang out with us tonight. It's so hard to draw with a mouse.
Yeah.
It's a real talent to, like, it's a skill that you would build up for like absolutely no reason because you don't need to draw with a mouse.
I mean, for many years I drew with a mouse and sometimes still will because I'm so used to it.
I do draw with a mouse with my pixel art sometimes. Like it's faster than reaching for the pen. I'll just like do it up real quick.
Yeah.
But not for the biggest details, like not for the most crucial details, you know.
Yeah.
I need a little more exactingness for that.
Well, the Mario Paint mouse is like it's a bit low resolution.
Yeah.
So like you'll make a mistake kind of easily if you just like move a millimeter to the left.
It's true.
Like every pixel counts so much more.
Yes, it's absolutely true.
Aw. Yeah, I was just thinking because we always used to just draw our pets in Mario Paint.
It's
So
true. We
I thought
did.
Heidi should be drawn in Mario Paint.
Yeah. It's a good idea. Hey, gal. My gal is so old that I just like speak tearfully about her all the time. She's so
Yeah.
old now. I love her. And she won, you know? I got it. Here I go again. Here I go again. The point in the night where I'm talking about how Heidi won.
Yes, Heidi wins every game we play.
Yeah.
She's the winner.
She's the winner. She's had a good life, that girl. But I'm eulogizing her again. I'm
Yeah, she's
eulogizing her.
not gone yet. She's still very alive. She's not as energetic as she once was, but she's still the same old Heidi.
Yeah, and she's still with us, and I want to enjoy every minute I have with her.
Oh yeah. Oh, she was so cute before. She came over to me and I was just like petting her head with both hands. And then she started barking at me. I didn't really know why.
Sometimes, like, if you just get like a little too close to the face.
No, I mean, I wasn't even petting her at all.
Really?
I was just talking to Mike and she started barking at me and
Really?
like making noises.
That's rare.
And
Maybe
he didn't.
Did you feed her at any point?
You mean in my lifetime?
No, in the last like week or two. Did you feed her?
I did give her some food, yeah.
Yeah.
So now she expects it from me.
Well, she thinks she can. There's no harm in asking.
Oh, yeah. No, I gave her some food because you'd forgotten to feed her, and she was telling me that she needed to be fed.
Oh,
and,
right. When you were sitting Oscar, yeah.
Yeah, but like I was waiting to like make sure if she needed it, but the longer I waited, the more angry she got, and she started barking louder and
Oh
louder
my
at me
God. She was
until
so
I just
hungry.
gave her food, feeling like she must be right about this.
Well, then yeah. And you know what? She was, but now she's like, help! My food giver, help! They're not feeding me.
Yeah, she always goes up to that food and like the food dish and checks it.
Oh, she's always been an obsessive creature, and I thought, like, you know, in some ways being old did mellow her out, but in other ways she's just crazy now because she's always been crazy,
Yeah.
and it's just like more obvious now.
She looks just like the undo dog.
I know she does. Yep. Her skinny little tummy, you can see where it drops down. Let's see if I
Yeah,
can.
she's really funny. Her legs are so skinny and tall.
Yeah,
She's
and
on
and
little
yet
stilts.
yeah, she's on stilts, and yet she's got like this broad, muscular chest.
Yeah.
I'm not really representing very well here. I'm gonna undo that. There we go. Just leave it open-ended. All right. All right. So these days, all of this here is white.
Oh. Yeah, my nephew was just requesting to watch the video I made about Heidi a long time ago, where she gets like really muddy. And he thought that was funny.
Oh yeah, he laughed so much at Heidi covered in mud. It's his dog. He loves her. Oh yeah, this does kind of look like her.
Yeah.
She used to be brown all over, and with like a little white tuxedo, and now she's all white up here, and like even her elbows are a little white now. She's just a gray old girl, just sandy colored.
Yeah, she looks kind of like she's been into a bag of flour.
Yeah. Oh, she's such a good old dog. I mean, look, I'm turning white too, Heidi.
Aw.
I'm not far behind you.
Aw.
That's my girl.
You and Heidi have stuck it out a long time.
Yeah. Yes. We love her. Yeah, Heidi is definitely low-key jacked. All right.
Yes. Heidi has always been very athletic.
All right. You know what would go good with this?
I love how we just do this every time.
We just do this every time. Like, it was no skin off my nose if somebody deleted the meowing twinkle little star. Because I'd just be like, okay, I'll redo it. I don't care. There was so little capacity for music. You could only save one song at a time. That was a shame, but this was too fun. It was real musical notes.
Oh, we didn't even check to see what the save file was.
Oh, yeah, we didn't.
If there is one.
I mean, oh, yeah, I don't know if there is one. All right, well, we'll check. I'm okay with losing my work.
Yeah.
I'm recording my work on Twitch.
Yeah, we just need to tape it, and then it's there for good.
Exactly. Exactly.
We could load whatever was already on the cartridge.
That's how we always saved Mario Paint drawings.
Yeah. Although, oh man, like I really wish we'd had like save states. That would have been even better.
I mean, yeah, it would have been cool. But like, I think it's cool that you when you saved Mario when you saved Mario Paint on a VHS. Sorry, I need to gather my thoughts for a second. When you saved your Mario picture on VHS, a lot of the time you would see yourself moving the mouse around.
Yeah.
So like, isn't it kind of insane that your experience with a computer was recorded?
I guess so. There's like very few videos of me from back then, and like there's no video of me on a computer, but yeah, like moving the Super Nintendo mouse I guess kind of counts.
Yeah. So it's just you using a computer. So sometimes you see you like, just like fucking around and like swirling the mouse around doing something stupid.
Yeah.
And you're just imagining like that you're like sitting there with your siblings just doing stupid shit while you're recording, or being like, no, don't do that, I'm recording.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have been able to hear us.
No. So you just see the extension of your body moving on the screen.
Yeah. It's an extension of your body.
It's like a heat map of your body.
The only sign that you are alive.
Yeah, right? Because a picture is dead, but like the movement of your body, that like when you see yourself move, that's kind of incredible because it's as close to alive as that time in the past can ever seem when you see it move.
I mean, we're just talking about moving a mouse cursor.
Yeah.
You get all that from that?
Well, I mean, we spend an enormous amount of our lives sitting behind UI. It is kind of an extension of our bodies.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess I would agree with that.
Like if an alien found a Mario Paint video cassette, like that was the only thing left, they would be like, well, it looks here like a human from Earth was interacting with this little icon on the screen and controlling the movement. Wow, it's almost like we can see what they were thinking, It would give them an incredible wealth of information about human behavior.
Well, yeah, like you could see a mouse moving on a computer and suddenly you think like, well, here's a human. Like you can see the human, like everything else is like when you scroll that, for instance, you can see that it's scrolling at like a really like solid robotic rate versus when you move the cursor around, it's moving at a completely different rate the whole time.
Yes.
Very nice.
All right, are we ready to see what's saved on this file?
Yeah, well, first just play the music with the picture of Heidi.
Okay, here. This is what we would have done when it was on VHS.
Like go to like the thing that plays the music too.
Oh, right. That's nice. No matter where you move
It's
the mouse, it stays under there.
the animation
Right,
guy.
right.
You just click that thing.
Bloop, bloop. Okay, so what I want to know, because like it's not hard to land on this. How many people have this exact memory?
I don't know. 18.
Yeah, 18.
The amount of viewers we have.
Yeah, they're all in our chat room right now. Oh yeah, no, this is a great Thingus. Absolutely. That's a Thingus.
That's a Thingus. What do you call this Thingus? We catalog every Thingus that we can identify in Thingopedia.
Meowy Twinkle Little Star. There's got to be a better name than that.
Well, yeah, like that's very specific. Do you mean like this specific?
Oh, like your pet? No. Just the song. Just the song where it was a song from Mario Paint to have Twinkle Little Star, but with meows. I feel like they're all here.
Yeah, I guess we'll think of a name for that later.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see if there's anything on the save file. There is something.
I don't know what this is. It might be something Mike did. It might be his drawing. I hope it won't embarrass Mike if this is his. No, it's just a fucking coloring book apparently.
Yeah, terrible.
What the fuck?
Can you undo dog loading that?
No, I doubt it.
Nope.
What the fuck? All right, is there an animation at least?
Yeah, or see if there's any music.
Okay.
There's something here.
All right, my son has been here.
What about, do you think there's a song?
Oh, wouldn't I love that? Yeah, I don't think this is him.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, we'll make sure it's unaltered.
Yeah, it could be completely different from here on out. Ah! Just as I'd lost hope.
Oh shit, I cannot hear
Were
that
you
again.
here
That's
for
so
the
funny.
creation of this?
What was that? No,
Were you-
I wasn't. I
You were
wasn't.
not.
Our son gets to play video games for like 30 minutes on Saturdays, and that's it. Like, we're so restrictive with the video games up here. And he loves this game, so every once in a while he plays it, and he doesn't need a lot of help with it, so I don't always watch what he's doing when he's playing it. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't know what he gets up to sometimes.
That was worth it.
That was so worth it. Like, he made it shorter too. How do you do that?
Oh, you go to I think if you Wait a second. How do you do that? I think if you change it from 4-4 to 3-4, it does that.
Oh, yeah, right. It would, yeah, but now it's all, wait, no.
Oh wait, no, it's not that. It's
No.
you can move that thing if you do the
Oh,
like
right, you can
top
do
right.
this thing like,
Yeah,
there it
yeah.
is. Yeah.
There's
so,
the ones that they're missing.
Right, so he took off that, and he put meow right there. Boy, how I love him. All right, do you want to do anything?
Yeah.
Do you want to play the fly swatting game?
Yeah.
Oh, here,
This is gonna
let's bring this one around. There
be- Yeah.
you go.
All right. Well, this was not easy before, but I'm on a real mouse, a real Super Nintendo mouse this time, so maybe things will be different.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it's authentic.
Let's
There's also
see,
this
what's
one, which is
better?
like light and kind of soft.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'll try that. Lefty, maybe. Oh, this
How's
is.
that feel?
I feel like
not
the
good.
speed. Well, no, it's okay. It's like the speed is too low. Oh wait, no.
I mean, if you can get it on a flat surface, that would be best.
Yeah.
Let me find you something else. Hold on.
Yeah, I guess you don't still have the mouse pad.
Mouse pad? No, I should just get one. Like next time I see one at a vintage market.
Yeah, this
What
is.
about
a bit
this?
tough.
What about on a laser disc? There you go. Laser disc of Die Hard.
Cool. Not bad. It seems to work.
Okie dokie. Ba-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, delightful. So I think we'll probably wrap the show up. We started pretty early tonight. So I think we'll wrap it up around 11 tonight. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
That's like 15 minutes from now.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is Mario Paint again. Back to it. I'm back to school this month. I made this realization on a recent Thingus that school's back forever for me. It's never gonna not be school again, and I will be a completely different person, like in a completely different stage of my life by the time school is not a thing for me anymore. So I got to tighten up the schedule of this show a little bit because that time is a thing again.
Yep. Well, we all have lots of things to learn, even me. Like, for instance, how the hell do you make a video game? Maybe it's time I actually figured it out. Although I might have to end my career as a person who pretends to make video games if I actually learned.
Yeah, well, you know what? I really suggest that career jump. I honestly think it's better than a lateral move. Slightly better than a lateral move. Really, the thing is, you do get a lot of attention for pretending to make a game. Almost as much attention as you would get if you actually made the game. So, if all you want is attention and not to make the game, you can do that.
Yeah.
That's totally doable. You might get canceled though. Like that's really what separates the people who pretend to make things from the ones who do, right? If you actually make something and you get canceled, there's a push-pull where people are very conflicted about it, and they're unhappy to be so conflicted about it because they've been such fans of the work, right? Always a debate about that. And then when somebody who literally doesn't make anything gets canceled, they disappear from people's memories immediately. feel like that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Like every day on social media, people are like, is this guy your friend? No, I thought he was your friend. Is this guy anyone's friend? What the fuck are you doing here?
Can someone get their friend?
Anyone? Come get him. We don't want him on Earth anymore.
His life is canceled.
Yeah. If you, like, that's what you get. That's what you get if you never made anything of value. Like, if all you did was pretend to make things, then your cancellation will be one and done. Like, you're never gonna get a second chance. To do what? What were you even doing?
Well, you know, it takes effort to pretend to make a game, right?
Yeah, because you need to like make an image that looks like it's a game.
Yes.
Every once in a while. So like you need to like roll out of bed and do something every day. But most of what you're doing is not making a game. In fact, it's pretty much exclusively what you're doing.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, by accident, you make a game. You didn't know there was a boss in the fly swatting game. That is a very different experience playing this game than we've had.
Yeah, how could I forget that weird robot bug that goes...
Ah, la. No, he's not quite like that. That's a
It's
different...
like...
Yeah, he seems like he's got weak lungs. It's a good time to learn Godot, says someone in the chat. Yes, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, maybe that's your silver lining, that some people will take up Godot instead. Oh, wait, no, the silver lining is that you could more easily pretend to do things like that.
Yes, yes. Yeah, you can, right. I mean, yeah, exactly. It's open source pretending. You don't, nobody owns your pretending at all. Godot apparently got quite a bit of funding from Unreal just a few years ago to be a competitor with Unity. Specifically to be a competitor with Unity. And obviously that was a good bet, right? It's paying off now. Oh man, no problem. You're getting right through this.
Yeah, this is so much easier than on the emulator.
Oh yeah? Right, yeah, you were having trouble.
Yes, I could barely get past the first level.
Oh, I forgot I was holding this.
Yo.
Oh, did the music go back?
After you beat the first 3 levels, it just like starts over.
Oh really? You just beat the hardest guy?
Yeah, that was the whole game. Although you could just like keep getting these prizes, like this star. It just like goes forever. You get like a fire flower or something next.
I did not realize that that's all you need to do to beat the game. It's awesome.
Yeah,
And
it's not too long.
I mean, it's a really good game for like some little thing that you do while you're taking a break from playing Mario Paint.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine playing a mobile game like this, maybe.
Totally.
Although, I don't know, maybe the fun comes from having to drag the hand over. If you were able to just like pop, 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 it wouldn't be as good.
Right, right. I don't know how many games ask of you like good mouse skills these days.
Yeah, I don't usually have like this much mouse space to play a game with a mouse.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, we could move on now.
I mean, I'm enjoying watching you play this.
This music is just so good. This is Totaka
Jesus,
again.
you're like untouchable.
Well, there's like this is like the easiest version of him.
Yeah, I know, but you're not. There's not a scratch on you. You got full power.
Oh man, this thing is like toast.
Toast? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But I was thinking about how Oscar. So I was playing Mario Party with my nephew, and he's 5 years old. He really likes Mario Party, but like he doesn't get really like the mini games at all. Like when every time you start a mini game in Mario Party, it lets you like figure out what to do before you start the game. And he always just hit start and was like, come on! Like he never cared if he lost, which he always did. I just thought that was interesting that he wants to play video games so badly, but doesn't want to win and doesn't like really understand the game that well. He never gets stars in Mario 64. He just jumps around as Mario. It's like I don't know, like when I was playing Super Metroid, he just like the doors being different colors. He was like intrigued by like what was behind them. Like just thinking about like what stimulates your mind in a game, like what's a good experience versus like what's a good challenge.
Yeah. It's a good experience versus what's a good challenge.
Well, because like being able to live as Mario seems like it might be more important than like actually playing the game.
Yeah. Yeah. To just be this guy for a while.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, my son definitely wants to be Mario.
Yeah.
Like he wants the power that Mario has to jump and move freely and go yippee and just like bonk people on the heads when he wants them out of his way and just like a happy little guy all on his own. Like it's a power fantasy for everybody, including like a little guy.
Yeah.
He was Mario for Halloween last year. And you know, anytime we're playing pretend, there's a good chance he's going to be Mario.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Maybe like a long time ago when we first started streaming. That was a long time ago. If you've been watching Thingus since we started this one, like when did we start this? Like earlier this year, like obviously, but what was it in like? Was it in winter or spring?
Here, let me get on mic. See if this works.
Man, very temperamental tonight.
So, oh wait, this has to be changed. You came to Pittsburgh to tell me in person that we should make a podcast together, and that was in February.
Right.
So,
right. That was the first talk of it.
We basically like how long did we even like think about it before making it? I feel like maybe we started in like May or June. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think so. Yeah. And we've been fucking with it and making it better. Better.
Yeah.
It's been getting better, I think.
What is this? Is this a hack? Oh, it's a mod.
No.
Well, whatever.
Phony.
I can play this phony, this baloney.
Also came here recently, but where is she? Wow, what a magical, wondrous little title that is.
Well, this is not really Super Mario World, but we can still talk about it, right?
Sure, it's like a weird, like somebody was tasked with like designing a fake Mario world for a movie or something. And it looks like it.
Yeah.
Do we have an alert for subscribers? No, I don't know what that means.
Oh, like if somebody subscribed and it played a sound, like
Oh,
what would be a good sound when someone subscribes? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do we need something like that?
well, that's a sound of frustration. That's not a happy sound, right?
Do we have any happy sounds?
No. So, okay. Well, all right. What if we made a recording of us saying like, that's a Thingus. And we played that. So like if you sub, you're a Thingus too. Like Mara and Joe are telling you that you're a Thingus. And then, we'll start selling t-shirts that say a Thingus, like, and then it'll be a coveted like status symbol of thing heads.
Yes, you won't be able to get these anymore. These shirts are $600 on eBay.
I mean, this was a long time ago already. That was 4 weeks ago that we did those shirts.
Yeah, and they're already faded.
How many times have you had to change your email address since the show took off?
I don't use email or mail anymore.
Right. Ever since you went into the compound. I mean, I don't think the world is going to hell in that much of a handbasket.
I mean, maybe you shouldn't talk too much about the secret underground rich people cave that we moved to.
What are you What?
Exactly. We should not mention it.
Mention what?
The compound.
Are you talking about the compound?
Right.
I'm just like going like this for like 30 seconds. Just cutting my own neck.
No, I mean, there's no compound.
I don't care if people know about the compound.
There's no compound.
No, you know what? I don't care who knows about the compound, Joe. Let's talk about it. All right. Yeah, no, we have a compound.
Well, you understand. This is before we go to space. First, we need to go underground, and let you folks die.
3 to 5 years. Yeah. 3 to 5 years.
That's how long the ships will take.
Is how long the private company constructing those ships for us has promised it's going to take. And so we'll be down there 3 to 5 years, and there's this whole system in place that is going to let us know when we can pop up again and everything's okay.
It's like a little indicator thing that lets you know when your table is ready. It starts buzzing.
Yeah, exactly. Or like the little thing that pops up on the top of the Instant Pot to let you know that like the pressure. Well, no, it's the opposite. Like it falls down when it's time to open the Instant Pot, and you're like, oh, thank God, now it's safe. And I open it, and it's not going to explode when you open it when that little thing pops down. That's the flag that's going to appear to us. It's going to like appear right above the TV that we're going to be playing video games on for the next 3 to 5 years, which is like 85 inches. Like the TV is like bigger than anything you could possibly imagine, and it's sitting there in the dark right now. I'm paying for the electricity because there are a lot of things that need to be that need to always be on, including the security system that keeps anybody else from ever finding it or getting into it. And I also have like full-time caretakers of the property who, by the way, are not going to be allowed in when We locked the doors. Only the indoor servants. Well, look, we're gonna need the outdoor servants to stay outside and, stand guard from whatever may come. They're gonna do a great job. They're gonna keep us safe. They'll be able to keep us safe. They will. No, I mean, they will. Should I get more? I think we should probably double the number of people guarding the compound. Just like play around with that. Not that it's happening tomorrow, but just like maybe give them a call and just do like a consultation about it. Like if they have anything that's double what we have. So far down there, it's mostly beans. But, I want to be able to get the best dehydrated vegan meat that money can buy because I don't want any animals to suffer when I tuck away into this safety compound for 3 to 5 years while the rest of humanity perishes. When I go up into outer space, to my final resting place of Mars, my final home planet of Mars. It's Mars, right?
We don't get a choice.
But they told us it would be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it'll be like, there won't be anyone there who's like mad at us.
I don't know.
I mean, do you think there might be somebody there who's mad at us?
Well, I don't know. Are we big enough celebrities? Are we too big celebrities?
Well, yeah, because we might be the fall guys, Like, if there's anyone who's mad at us on the new planet when we come up, yeah, I don't know. Will we take the hit there? It's gonna be our fault and not somebody else's fault? I mean, probably. That's probably what's gonna fucking happen. Maybe I don't want to do this. Maybe I want to stay here and
perish?
I don't want people to be mad at me, okay? The only way this works out okay is if everyone who would be mad at me dies. So, nobody better be mad at me in the future, okay? Or I don't even want to spend all this fucking money to live until the future. It's a bad deal. This is a bad deal. I don't think we should do this.
You think $4 billion a ticket is a bad deal?
I mean, it's not a bad deal. No one's ever had one before. No one has ever had a ticket out of here before. So, $4 billion, it's not that bad. What did Twitter go for? $20 billion? A ticket out of this planet? Yeah, I think I'll take that. It'd be nice if I felt like I was getting my money's worth is all. I feel like when you pay that much, you're gonna be royalty in the new place. You're gonna get streets and shit named after you. It's just gonna be the new town that's named after you. Because you were one of the founders.
What if we get there and everyone's there, not just us rich people? What if they found a way to get everyone there?
That's impossible. What, by magic? What, did they figure out how to bend time and space while we were in there?
I'm just saying, there could be even more people mad at us.
What if they're all dead, but they're all alive in the internet? They figured out that's the only tech they were able to get out before the entire human race perished, is that everybody could upload themselves. And now they're online just being annoying forever. And they hate me.
No!
For all we know, that's already happened.
No, it has happened. Everyone's just a bot on Twitter now.
That's already happened. I'm already in my compound, and I've been listening to dead people yell at me for years now. They said 3 to 5 years, but actually, I'm kind of thinking about it. It's probably been like 20 years at this point.
Well, we should make it that much just to be safe, right? I don't know how long people can survive on a smoldering ball of ash.
If we make it to Mars? No, they're gonna get it all set up for us.
But like the people on Earth, will they still be alive?
The people on Earth, will they still be alive when we come up from the compound?
When we're fully situated on Mars.
Oh yeah, they'll be fine. Yeah, no, they're terraforming the whole thing. You know what terraforming is?
Yes.
Well, they're doing that. It's a process called terraforming, and Mars is going to be breathable. Yeah. They can do it in probably a conservative estimate is 2 to 3 years to terraform Mars. So it'll be done. It'll be done before we get up there.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, they can do it real fast these days.
Yeah.
The problem with Mars was not terraforming it.
I knew Mars was livable. Like I've been saying that.
Oh yeah, no, they're gonna get it all figured out. It'll be great. No, it's definitely going to be a rock full of dead people by the time we get up there. Like if an automated ship comes to get us, like in WALL-E, it would take us to a planet where there's nothing but like dust, like skeletons that immediately turn into dust if you touch them.
Like in Super Metroid.
Yeah, just turns into dust and the gravity's different, so it like poops out into the air a little bit more. And it's dark there, like the sky's black on Mars, right? No.
I don't know. I assume it's also red because there's so much dust.
Yeah, it's a red planet. It touches the sun. It's close to the sun.
But they don't have blue skies, do they?
On Mars?
Yeah.
I think they have red skies on Mars.
Yeah.
'Cause it's so damn red. There's no water on Mars, so there's no blue in the sky.
There's water on Mars.
Is there?
That's the whole reason we're going.
Well, I certainly am glad to hear that about the place we're going. It didn't even occur to me how much we would need water to be on Mars.
Yeah, there's water on Mars, although I don't think it's going to be enough for us. We'll probably have to have wars over water.
No, because it'll be the right amount of us.
Right. We're not taking anyone that, who's going to, like, waste that water.
No, everybody who gets it is going to deserve it, and we'll feed meager rations to the very small number of human servants that we're going to need, and then the robots don't need water. The robots that are going to serve us. So that we don't really need to keep any other humans alive. So there won't be any there won't be anybody wasting the water by drinking it. Everyone who drinks the water will deserve water.
Right.
That's the point, right? We're trying to get rid of all these people. So we can just do things our way. On Mars? Isn't that just called rationing? No, Rocky Junzo, it's not called rationing when you're rich. It's called a serving of water. And you micro hack that shit so that you can survive off of 5 drops per hour. You put one here, one here, one here, one here, and one here, and that shit can sustain you for like 45 minutes. Sometimes I've done it for an hour where I wasn't desperately dying of thirst before I put my next 5 on. It's always been like this though. Like even rich people have had to deal with this. Dying of thirst. So it's not a big deal that we're going to be worried about it. It's just, you know, we'll do like we did in Dune. We'll all drink each other's pee. Earthworm Jim. Oh, good shit.
I don't know if I've played this one.
Oh, really? I don't know if I played it either. Oh, Doug Tenaple.
Yeah.
You drew a specific way, my man.
Yeah, very 90s, right?
Very 90s.
Yeah, it's cool seeing one of those games where there's just like it's just like cartoon animation in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But these games are really difficult too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Doug Tenaple made a bunch of cool games like this and The Neverhood.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he makes games anymore.
I don't know. I think he's just an angry guy on the internet now, right?
Yeah, for a long time he's been pretty angry. But even before he was on Twitter, I used to read his blog, and it got progressively angrier.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You know, that's a lot of cartoonists. Like it's not a it's a young man's business. You get mad after a while. Not everybody, but a lot of them who, you know, they did what they did best in their time. They get angry. It's hard not to. It's you know, it's not a good industry. It's not it's an underappreciated industry for the volume of ideas that come out of comics. And unless you draw superheroes, there's no real lucrative life for you. Maybe you'll draw even superheroes. Like you're not gonna make a lot of money. It really the only good jobs for comic artists are in graphic novels and generally for kids. Other than that, not a lot of money to go around in comics. So it's hard to make it year after year after year, and still kind of hold on to your identity.
There we go.
That looks pretty good, the weight of that.
Yeah, that's funny.
No, his like head whipping around behind it.
I think I have to start over. Got it up there.
Yeah, looks pretty damn good. Oh yeah. Haha, cute. He's just going up a chairlift.
to slow down and speed up.
That's funny. I have
No.
I just realized I have a scene in my game, my new game that I'm working on, where you sit on a chairlift and you ride up a staircase. And I just realized instead of making it a cutscene, I should have the player press the button
Yeah.
and hold it to go up, right?
Oh yeah, you should have to just like hold it the whole time because
Yeah.
that's what's like.
Yes. Like-
you would briefly feel what it's like to be old, which is a bit sad.
Or to ride on your grandparents' chairlift
For fun.
for fun.
Yeah, enjoy it now because you know that when you're old, you'll just like teleport upstairs or something, or
Right.
you'll just teleport to the moon. It doesn't matter; it's teleportation.
They'll build houses differently so that I can just stand on a dumbwaiter and it'll take me down to the next floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, animators are overworked too, but at some point they negotiated a good, strong union.
No.
And, they're doing better than comic artists for that reason, even though they're having a hard time right now for sure. Not a lot of money out there for anybody.
Yeah, I guess not.
It's hard. Right, the house will move up and down, not me. Yes, that's absolutely what will happen. I'll just go to whatever floor. My life will look like the carousel of progress. Like a new room will spin around the corner, and that'll be the room that I'm in now.
That's so cool. That sounds awesome.
I mean, those were different puppets for every room, to be sure.
No!
Maybe not. Maybe it was the same puppet. And he moved rooms. Do you think they moved the rooms?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, there's there's no way I can describe this to you and then get like your opinion about it.
Yeah.
You just have to do it. Disney rides are fascinating like video games are. They're
Oh yeah.
they're meant to, create an experience. We should become theme park nerds when we get tired of doing this.
Oh no. I don't like theme parks.
That's true. You don't like roller coasters.
Nah, not really. I don't like going to the theme park. I was a fan of water slides, but not roller coasters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know, they're both kind of scary, but water slides are just more fun to me. Roller
Yeah.
coasters are just like, I don't want to get on that.
Yeah, but like with a water slide, it's like still kind of up to you. Isn't that scarier than being strapped into a roller coaster?
What's up to me?
When you're in a water slide, like there's so many factors in sliding down water. Like you could easily just like fall the wrong way and get your face under the slide and not be able to breathe for like the entire way down.
Well, I wasn't worried about that before, but...
Oh man. I just very recently...
No! Sorry.
Shit.
It's annoying.
It is annoying. You've been going... Yeah, you're going so far down. I convinced my son to go down a water slide pretty recently.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do it. Well, all right. I asked him like, you don't have to. We're gonna go up. Do you want to do it? And he was like, yeah, I want to do it. Or he'd be like, no, I don't want to do it. And then he'd see Dad do it, and he'd want to do it.
Yeah.
And so I went up with him, and it's like a 4-story up walk to this thing, but it's like a very gentle grade of water slide, very gentle. I've already done it a couple times to make sure, and he gets up to the top, and we're waiting behind a long line of kids. It takes a long time, and I'm like, you know, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. And he's just like, no, I want to do it. And he gets all the way up to it. It's finally his turn. and he gets in, he sits down, and then he gets out again, and he's like, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, are you sure, bud? We made it up here all this time. It's really gentle, buddy. All right, come on. All right, we'll go down. So he's like following me back down, and he goes, wait. And he just turns around and goes and just goes.
Yeah. Cool.
So proud of him. And then he came out. He was like, that was awesome. All right, man. You want to do it again? No, thank you. Yeah, what is with this music? What is with the music that was in that room just now? With the bagpipes and shit.
I don't know, but that was really annoying.
Yeah, that was. Did you get through it?
Yes.
Okay. Well done. All right, so we're probably gonna wrap it up in like 15 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty satisfied watching this though. You have to do this again?
I don't know why I'm here. I must have like backtracked or something. I was just following the power-ups, but I suppose they just regenerate when you come back. All right. I would maybe do one more game.
All right. What are you thinking? Any ideas?
Yeah, let's just reset this and see what's there.
Want to do Uniracers?
Yeah.
Oh, is it on here?
Oh, I don't know. I was gonna get
Either
up to
way,
get the
one of us
controller.
needs to get up. But
Yeah.
let's see. I mean, we should play it on the original card if we can.
Oh, but if it's here, then we won't have to go through the
The heartbreak.
blowing.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what? It's not on this. I'm calling it now. No, it's not gonna be here, is it? Because that game is not as. It's not.
No.
If they didn't bring Mystic Quest to space, they weren't gonna bring this either.
No, exactly.
Not enough love. No, none of these games are even remembered as nearly as much as we do, as we want them to be.
It's true.
And look, they stopped working because we stopped playing them.
I mean, I didn't stop playing this game.
Yeah, but the cartridge itself, we haven't played that. So no, I mean, I feel like we just have to clean all of these because they haven't been played.
Yeah, I know. They're old. They're full of Grundus.
Yeah, this is. There's something. Hey.
Oh. Hooray. Oh, okay. Here, you gotta use this one because it's.
Yeah.
Big. Is that okay?
Yeah. But you have to go back out, so you can choose 2 players.
Whoopsie.
Oh no, I meant just in the game.
Oh, I see. I almost went and reset the game.
I think you could just press B to back out or something. I don't remember what the button is.
Alright, I'll figure it out in just a moment. Like Malcolm. So I have to go back. No, wait. No, I'm going the wrong way.
There you go. I don't think this was plugged in.
It is. Yeah, there you go. You're player 2.
Oh, okay. Who'd you choose?
Ken.
Okay, he's purple. It's a good color to. How about Michelle?
Oh wait, are all of them open on here? Because we've done Snail a lot.
Yeah. We could do one of the later ones. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's all unlocked on here, right? Like when we played the emulated version, these weren't unlocked.
No. These are. This is no progress.
Oh really?
These are
Oh,
all
okay.
always unlocked.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, we're gonna have to beat them to get the others.
Well, at least we know on the cartridge we'll be able to, as long as it doesn't delete our progress.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see if that save battery still works.
true.
When well, I assume there was a save on it and it's gone, but like, does the battery recharge itself when you turn the game back on?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right, like does it save better if you're playing it? I don't know.
I think a lot of games just stop having the ability to save if that happens.
Oh, really?
Which is, you know, a sad thing. I had a flash cart for Game Boy Advance, and that was really upsetting when that stopped saving my Mother 3 games.
Oh yeah, no, I got one of those too. They don't work very well. It's shitty hardware.
Yeah. But yeah, that was not like an official Nintendo product. So a real battery from a real Nintendo game might last 20 years. I don't know.
I mean, I've played some pretty old ones.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was 20 years, but definitely from like the last time someone dug this shit up.
I definitely remember Zelda 1 for NES and Mario RPG having like very long lasting save batteries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I had this talking Buzz Lightyear voice recording thing when I was a kid, and it like still sort of worked 20 years later. Like, it was very quiet, but it was like one of those batteries that you can't like take out and change really. So it was just like the same exact like recording I had on there of the Great Kazoo talking about my favorite Fred on that like Buzz Lightyear recorder I had.
Did you record it? Did you digitize it?
I mean, I'm sure the computer I recorded it on doesn't exist anymore.
Oh man. Well, I'm sure we can find my favorite Fred on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
For my favorite Fred.
My favorite Fred. And like that was just quieter and quieter every decade. And like it's probably still there. It's just really quiet. I don't really understand how batteries work, but some of them just don't die.
Wait, it's still there? It's just really quiet? Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Yeah. Like,
No.
it's still on that thing
No.
in mom's house. But like,
Yeah.
it might be dead by now because I haven't seen it in like 10 years.
Yeah.
But it had been way longer than 10 years when I like pressed the button and it still worked.
Wow.
Like, do batteries just like never die and they're just like weaker and eventually they get so weak that you can't hear it anymore?
That's terrifying.
It is weird to think about.
Yes. All right. I think we can do just one more race and then we should call it a night because we're at the 5-minute mark. Thank you to everyone who watched tonight. It was a fun Thingus.
Yeah.
I feel like we uncovered a few. There was one very specific one that I've already forgotten, but I don't want to remember at this instant either. I want to remember it later. But
Okay.
You remember though. You remember what it was?
No, what?
I don't know. We laughed very hard.
How long ago?
Don't remember.
A Thingus that we already forgot about?
Yeah, well.
That we uncovered and then recovered?
Okay, well, all right. Real quick now before we go, let's do our Thingus heroes and villains for the episode and maybe it'll come up. Wait, heroes, losers, and villains. All right, well, the losers this week definitely have to be the game devs who are working on games with Unity and are like very far into the project. Sorry for your loss. It sucks. Sucks that your landlord is an asshole. What about winners? What about heroes? We don't have winners on the show. We're the winners.
Heroes.
Damn, so close.
I don't know. Benjamin from Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. He's the hero.
Yeah,
of
right.
An easy Final Fantasy game.
An easy Final Fantasy game. which I wish Benjamin would come back and be in a Souls game for me.
Yes.
Come back, Ben.
That's the kind of hero that we need.
Yeah, right. He's a hero that we need, that we're so desperately missing in our times.
We needed that introductory game. In order to get into the Final Fantasy games, we needed that sort of easy game to tease us and give us make us want more.
Absolutely. It's what I need.
Well, you can tell there is something very special about those games that you just simply cannot play.
Yeah.
So why don't they make it more accessible? Well, I think some people were saying that Elden Ring is a bit more accessible.
Yeah. I watched the video. That shit looks hard.
No, you know what? Nothing that's like 200 gigabytes is accessible.
No, exactly. You need your entire your entire computer for that. Yeah. So look, all right. Well, if Benjamin is the hero of Thingus for the week, then obviously the villain is the Dark King. And the Souls games should come up with their own version of the Dark King. Some version that goes, ha ha ha, is that all you can muster? And like turns into a spider. And it plays that awesome fight music that's like, dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
What else do I remember about the Dark King? He's not mentioned at all until it's time to fight him.
No, it's like there's like one dialogue box that's like, it's the Dark King. He's behind this, and it's like whatever.
And then here he is, the Dark King.
Yeah, the Dark King. It's like the most amazing music that you just feel nothing fighting this guy you've just met.
You just met. Yeah, and you're in the galaxy too. It looks cool.
You're fighting to save the world from. You're not even sure why or like what he threatens the world with or anything.
How did you get access to the king? Do you like fight off his subjects first?
So yeah, like you get a token from every single boss palace that like you need to unlock the doors in the focus tower in the center of the world.
That takes you straight up to the top floor of the Dark King.
It takes you to Mount Doom where he lives.
Like when I said this game was for babies, it's literally for babies.
Oh my god, when you die in a battle, it asks if you want to retry the battle. It's so forgiving. It's yeah, I was maybe like 6 or something when I played that game.
Okay. Mystic Quest is like Final Fantasy games for babies, the way that the Little Bits is like anime for babies.
Oh, that show's so cute.
Isn't it so cute? That show
Little Bits.
That show had a lasting impact on me.
Oh yeah?
I
yeah,
think
me too.
A lot about the Little Bits, right?
Uh-huh. No, it was good. Like, I forget his name, but like the director of that show has done like some other good things too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if the story is any good, but like aesthetically, I loved that show.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, it's so cute. So cute. No, you can't find any pictures of it online.
Yeah, you can.
Really?
The Little Bits?
I guess I haven't looked that much.
You have to spell little without the E at the end.
Oh, I don't know if that's my problem, but I feel like I was looking for a specific kind of image of the Little Bits and I could not find it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was able to find some Little Bits online. There were a bunch of cartoons from so long ago from like the Just for Kids tapes that just over the years you find them all because like they all just like slowly get uploaded to YouTube.
Okay, 1 second. I do want to remember some of those.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that someone in the chat says that somebody in the chat says hello from Front Page Recommendations.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
So without further ado, for the people who just joined us, What other movies did we watch that had the Just for Kids moniker on
Oh
it?
my God. There was Serendipity, the pink dinosaur.
That had an impact on me too.
There was Scamper the penguin.
Scamper the Penguin we watched a lot.
There was Samson and Sally.
Right, that one kind of looked like Scamper. It was also like an anime for babies.
No, it was like a depressing anime. Well, yeah, I guess it's also for babies, but like
They're for babies, yeah.
yeah.
They're like soft anime.
Well, some of them were from like the Netherlands. Scamper was like from the Soviet Union and Japan.
Oh, it had such a unique look. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, that's so cool. So cool.
Yeah.
So Serendipity was a children's book series that was adapted into an anime. And I think the creators were like American.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't know. When I was a kid, I had no idea that anything was like from another country.
No. But I think Serendipity is kind of where I started with Perfect Tides, where I was like, I just want to write about like, I just want you to be like a little guy wandering around an island. And because like that to me is like, when I think of like what I watched as a kid, where I was like, this is endless fun being on an island with your little animal friends. And then, you know, as I started trying to turn that into a video game, I was like, okay, well, maybe she doesn't have that many friends. Okay. And it really did change shape, but Serendipity was the start. It's just this naked little guy running around an island, just like a wild child having fun with a dragon, and like occasionally trying to save the island from invaders. Like human invaders. Beautiful cartoon. I'm sure, you know, not watchable now. I love in those old cartoons when there's like shitty drawings where the characters' eyes are like crossed and they just hold on that for a really long time. They never do that in American cartoons.
Yeah.
No one ever lets a shitty drawing through because it looks funny.
Yeah.
Titanic: The Legend Goes On. I'm sorry to say, never saw that one.
No, that was not part of our childhoods. That was not on the Just for Kids label, which was only quality entertainment. It was all cartoons from like different countries that I guess maybe they were on TV, but I don't remember them on TV. Like Ovid and the Gang.
I was just gonna say Ovid and the Gang.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ovid.
That cartoon was cute. That definitely influenced me in some way.
Like weird cartoons that like got under our skin.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what Daft Punk's Interstellar 5555 is all about. They're just jumping back in there and trying to like take it and bring it into the present time. Into their present. They harvested all the Thingus from their lives and turned it into an album and a movie.
Yeah.
That in itself is a Thingus, because that movie's really old and you can't watch it anywhere.
A Thingus that's only in the past.
A Thingus literally from the past.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta call it a night.
Yeah.
Good stream.
That's all.
Welcome to all the new people. It's so cool that you're here watching us talk about this stuff. What would we say Thingus is about for people who just started watching?
I think of it as like we're like reaching back in time to like uncover hidden treasures.
Yeah, and we know when it hits, you know, because we grew up in the same home, and our minds, I think, our vantage point is as similar as anyone's really can be.
That's true.
I think in harvesting something very specific, we are on the search for the universal.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, like in the context of video games, there's like a lot of games that people forget, or like they get remade and like they change the thing we liked. You have to go into the past and like really like recreate some of these experiences in order to be like, that's a Thingus. You remember, you get, you recover it. And, you know, I think it's a nice thing to do, to put those Thinguses into a video game you're making and get people who totally missed out on that to get it with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we're still trying to interface with people like, you know, in the current world. I don't feel like what we're doing is just, well, look, we are definitely submersing ourselves in nostalgia, but I don't think we're drowning in it. I think we're giving it another look, and really trying to put new context to it today. Like, for instance, when our beloved sister stepped on your head and dunked you in the pool and then ran, you probably didn't think that's as hilarious as you do now.
I think it's very funny now. At the time, I was just thinking about how this thing I thought would be really fun has backfired and it is going so wrong right now. I felt really dumb.
Right, but like later on, when like all the disappointment about that and embarrassment about that has gone away, and you're just like, we were just like trying to have fun in the pool. We were just like doing some stupid thing in the pool, and then when it didn't work because we didn't understand like the physics of the thing we were attempting. When it didn't work out, the worst side of humanity was exposed in the process.
Yes, a near-death experience.
All right. Anyway, hopefully that somewhat describes what we're doing on this show. We do it every Wednesday, and yeah, we've been having a lot of fun doing this for I don't know how long. Why are we talking about Thingus Classic already? Like, we're reminiscing about Thingus already. It's going to disappear into itself. Good night, everyone. Thanks for coming.